What's up, babes? It's Curly Victoria. I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about being the main character of your life, main character of your storyline, main character of your journey. This is going to bother me. I was doing some cleaning and yeah. But if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for tapping back in. And if you aren't subscribed, then go ahead and smash the subscribe button. Let me just say this. Our channel is growing from the shorts, the YouTube shorts, to the videos, to the content. Like, you guys are literally tapping in on all of my platforms. So I've been noticing the algorithm, and I've been noticing the Bricks, please be quiet. I've been noticing the progress on my channel. Just like even in the last, like, what did it say on my channel? It said within the last like 28 days, I think I've got almost 90 new subscribers. So it's just crazy how you guys have really been tapping into the content lately, and I am super enthused about that. But I wanted to talk about main character energy. You are not an extra in your life. You are the main character, and if you don't start acting accordingly, then you're gonna forever be as though you are a extra character. You are not extra. The minute you begin to realize, like, this is my story, this is my life, I only have one life, I'm not going to play the backseat role, I am the main character, that is when you're going to start seeing lots of things change in your life. If I were to just let somebody else bet on me, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I wouldn't even be remotely close to what it is that I envision, any of my dreams, my goals, any of that. I won't even be close. The best bet you can make is going to be on yourself. There's going to be times where you're going to invest money, you're going to invest time, you're going to invest energy into things that you don't feel as though it yielded you immediate results. But when you look down the road and you continue to keep on pushing and fighting toward the things that you want and you deserve and you desire, you're going to be like, oh, back when I got that licensure, then I didn't understand the power that it would have for me today. Or back when I went to that seminar, I didn't know how it will affect me today. Or back when I went to that conference or that Zoom call, or I got on my Zoom, I didn't realize the effect, the magnitude, the impact that it would have on where you are today. So I just want to encourage the person who feels like, I'm putting the content out there, I'm setting the goals, I'm going to the meetings, I'm creating my 5-year, 10-year plan, but I'm not seeing immediate results. Just keep going. And I'm speaking as a person who sets goals. I'm speaking as a person who have moments where I'm just like, God, enlarge my territory. Or sometimes I could be like, Lord, please show me, what was the reason for me doing this, because I don't yet see the progress. And even though I always say it's impossible not to get results when you are exerting effort, I mean that. If you're constantly doing something toward what it is that you are aspiring to do, there's no reason why you don't have any progression. You might not be progressing in the manner that you want, but there's some type of progression. So when I look back over a lot of my goals, I'm able to see that I've progressed, even if it wasn't at the speed in which I expected at that time, or just at whatever duration in my life. I'm still able to see that I was able to progress. So you have to set the goals, you have to write the vision, you have to make it plain. We talk about these things all the time, but you have to assume that role of the main character. Nobody sees it in you and say, hey, I think you should be the main character in this scripted play or this movie or this TV show, and then you say, well, I think I should be an extra. Like, no, it all begins with your confidence. Being the main character begins with your confidence. So you have to look yourself in that mirror and say, you are more than capable, you deserve greatness, you are greatness. Oftentimes we see, oh, this person's great, this person has the potential, this person, but what do you see in the mirror when you look at yourself? Because you should be able to say, oh, that person that can do it, I can do it too. We might not be doing the same thing, but I can still do it. So the minute that you assume yourself as main character in your life, in your story, that's when your life is gonna start to make sense. That's when things are gonna flow. That's when you're gonna wanna wake up early. You're gonna wanna go to sleep late, because you are just so enthralled about working on the things that are going to better you as an individual. being the main character of your own life means that you have to do things that main characters are going to do. You never see alpha females running packs, do you? You don't, because an alpha female knows that I might be able to be around a strong group of women and I'm able to, you know, fit in when it comes down to that. But I will not be with a group of women or a group of people who are not aspiring to do or go places unless I am leading those people. You're not going to just, in a given day, go hang out with all the girls who are deciding to waste their life away. You're not going to want to go hang out with the guys who all they do is things that don't better themselves. Main character energy means best energy, means being, you know, when you get into a movie or you get into a solo part, you got that main character, that main singer. Everybody's not the main character. You got more extras than you do main characters. So at the end of the day, you can't expect that stepping into that main character energy that you're going to possess for your better version of your life is going to have everybody right beside you. If we didn't have followers, we wouldn't. If everybody was a leader, we wouldn't have followers. And who would you lead if you didn't have anybody to follow? So in the end of the day, when you know that you are that person who is a leader by nature, because leaders are born. You cannot make a leader. You're either born with it or you don't have it. So you either put yourself in a position to win, set yourself up for success, set yourself up to be your best self, or you sit on your potential and your gifts. We only got one life to live, so it's that thing of like, do you really, really, really want to go through this life not living out your potential? Because for me, I'm either gonna die having succeeded to where I wanted to succeed, or I'm going to have died trying to get there, or striving to get there rather. So in the end of the day, when you're waking up and you're living a purposeful life and you're going after the dreams and visions and the goals and the things that you have set, then you're going to see results. But you can't be being the main character and then sitting here talk about, I'm gonna take the role of an extra. Extras don't have to show up to extra practices and things like that. They don't have to be on set early. They don't have to, you know, do a whole bunch of things. All they a lot of times do is show up and not even do anything. They just show up. So if you're gonna be the main character, you have to not only assume that role, but you have to begin to walk in that light. You can't, if you're going to be a main character of a play or a movie, you're not going to be able to just look at your lines and say, oh, okay, forget this. No, you're going to continue to keep rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing, and when that big day comes, you're going to be ready. That's the same thing as main character with your entrepreneurship, main character in your life right now. Every single day is a full dress rehearsal. You cannot treat this like, oh, I'll do full out on the actual day of the performance. No, every day you do full out. That's how you know that you're gonna execute when that play, when that movie actually comes. If you're coming to practice and 10 out of the 12 practices, you don't do it full out, who's to say you're gonna do it full out? So in the end of the day, adopt that main character, but stop putting yourself in the position of an extra. You are the main character. You are the main character, so start acting accordingly. And you might be thinking like, what can I do to be the main character of my life? What could I do today to actually start being the main character? Well, first you have to will it in your heart. You have to say like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm a boss up. You have to already tell yourself like, you gotta believe it in order to achieve it. Y'all heard it, you gotta believe it in order to achieve it, right? So the first thing you're gonna do is say, this is what I want for me. I'm gonna boss up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be the main character of my life. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot do. And you start there. Then you start to set the goals. Then you start to set the boundaries. Then you start to make the priorities. And then as you see that, each and every day after is going to follow in that same sequence. So you have to be willing to literally call a spade when you're not doing what you should be doing, when you slacking. You need to be able to tell yourself, girl, you slacking. When you haven't accomplished the goals that you have set for today, then tomorrow you need to be doubling up on your goals. Today I said, I need to clean the kitchen, I need to clean the dishes, I need to do X, Y, and Z. I need to clean the bathrooms, I need to clean my guest room. The progress have been progressing. So it's like, set the goals, be intentional. Intentional living is like super key. if you want to be main character in your life, which is a whole separate video, which I talk about intentional living all the time. But main character energy, you got this. I don't want to hear, sis, I can't. You can. You're only going to be as good as what you put out. So get it together. See you on the next video. Later.